It's Transformers 96 here with another video review. This time I'm going to be talking about the newly shown images from Hot Toys of the actual Paul Rudd face sculpt from Ant-Man, as well as a preview picture of their upcoming figures that they've just released. So yeah, so both of these things were put out today, or sorry, not today, this week though, and it is quite exciting to see some updates on some figures. First of all, obviously we can see Ant-Man here. We've got the full look at the face sculpt of Paul Rudd. In previous images, they just blurred out his face so that we really couldn't see it because they were still pending licensing approval, I believe. So overall, it is really great to actually see the pictures of it now. Overall, it's looking pretty decent. It doesn't look absolutely 100% perfect to me. However, I think that it looks quite nice. I'm really happy with the fact that they gave him a little smirk. They've done a Star-Lord type of thing here with giving him that little smirk. You know, nothing too extreme. However, you know, it's what the character needs and it's, you know, the type of character. So I'm pretty happy with that. And overall, it looks like a pretty solid head sculpt. I'm very happy that the head sculpt comes in the helmet. He did actually take off the helmet in the movie. However, I think there's just more scenes of him with the helmet flipped up, and it also is nice to still see the helmet here, and there is a decent amount of his face showing. I believe, you know, the Iron Man figures, there's a lot of Tony Stark's face that's covered up by his helmet when you have the face mask off, but here you can see a pretty decent amount of the face, but still being able to see his helmet as well. So overall, I think it looks really cool. I believe that this is the only helmet that we're getting. I don't think that that this is a separate head sculpt. I believe that we are just getting one helmet or this face mask on it. I'm not 100% sure on that. However, that's what I've heard, so I'm not quite sure. But it would be interesting to get just this one head sculpt with still having the light up eyes and then having his face in there, although I really don't know how they're going to do that, but who knows. Overall, this face sculpt is quite nice, and it just makes me more excited for the figure. Obviously one that I'm definitely going to get. You really can't pass on a main Marvel character that has his own movie basically, so very excited to see this, and I hope they put Yellow Jacket on pre-order soon. Obviously they have very few figures from Ant-Man that they're doing. However, it's taking them forever to put out Yellow Jacket. Alright, and then the next thing is this upcoming release image. I really love when they come out with these. It's really fun to see, you know, more images of the figures, to also get some size comparisons, and then to just know that they're the next ones up basically. So overall, we have a nice assortment here. Really just Iron Man and Star Wars, though. However, I love Iron Man and Star Wars, so it's great to see this. Some figures in this image I already have on pre-order. Others I'm skipping, and then there's one other that I'm going to wait for. First of all, the 1:4 scale Iron Man figure looks really great. Really do love the look of it. I think that face sculpt is pretty dead on, and I think the 1/4 collectors are going to be very happy with that piece. Definitely one I'm going to skip. I have no interest in collecting 1/4 scale stuff. We get the Darth Maul and Luke. They look really great. I think the height difference is perfect, and they look like some really solid figures. They are ones that I'm skipping. I have debated that Darth Vader in the past a little bit, but it's just one that I don't need. You know, I'm trying to focus on either characters that I particularly love or the new characters from the new movie. I'm trying not to just buy, you know, random characters, even if they are iconic. I'm trying not to buy the random characters from the older trilogy or even from the prequels, and really just stick with figures that I love from the older trilogy and prequels, like Darth Maul, Boba Fett, things like that, and then just, you know, mainly collect the Force Awakens figures. Then Stryker on the left there is looking really cool. It's definitely a very unique armor. I'll be really interested to see what his articulation's like, because he is kind of such a bulky armor. Overall, he looks really nice, though. They don't have his lights on his eyes, which I think is nice to just be able to see it, how it's basically going to be displayed in your collection. Overall, it looks like a good figure. I've debated that one heavily since it went on pre-order, whether I was going to get it or not. I think I've decided to not buy it right now and to wait for a good discount on him. And if I never end up getting him, that's fine. But I do still want him because he is such a unique Iron Legion figure, and I do have most of the Iron Legion figures, so I do plan to get him, but I want to get him at a discount. I don't want to pay the full retail, which is like $280 or something. It's just, I've spent so much money on the Iron Legion, and the Iron Legion is just some characters that were in the movie for a very short time, and they were in my least favorite Iron Man movie, so overall I've spent enough money on them, and I'm going to try to get this one at a discount. And then the others that I haven't talked about, which is the Stormtroopers from The Force Awakens. I have ordered the 2-pack with them, and it's really great to see them in this photo. It means that they might come out a little bit earlier than expected. Sorry, clear my throat here. The Heavy Gunner and regular Stormtrooper are both scheduled to release in January. It says between December and February, so I call it January. But overall, seeing them in this picture, it looks like we might get them before the year's up. Or at least they'll be released in Hong Kong before the year's up. So I really don't think that these are going to get delayed at all now seeing them in this image. So I'm very excited for both of those figures. And they just went on pre-order 2 months ago. A little bit under 2 months ago, actually, on Force Friday. So it is amazing that they've gotten these figures out so fast. And then Kylo Ren is scheduled to come out in January as well. He's not in this photo, but hopefully he will be in the next photo, and he will be one of the next ones to be released. Unfortunately, Thanos is not in this photo, and he was scheduled for December, so possibly he's being delayed, or possibly these guys are going to come out real fast, but I think most likely he will be delayed and coming out in January or maybe February. So there you go. That's just my thoughts on the Paul Rudd face sculpt. Oops, I hit the wrong thing. On the Paul Rudd face sculpt on Ant-Man, as well as the upcoming Hot Toys picture. So there you go. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the Hot Toys Paul Rudd face sculpt, and then also let me know which of these figures you've pre-ordered that are coming out soon, and can't wait to get those Stormtroopers. I'm pretty stoked about it. So there you go. That's my video review. Thanks so much for watching.